So do you go with one product or multiple product stores with Shopify? Which one's better? One product. Well, not necessarily, and we're going to talk about why that is. All right, let's go.
What's up, guys? This is 𝗏𝗏𝗥𝗄𝗎, and you have reached the Roughneck's Ecom channel. If you want to learn how to make money online or offline, then you need to be right here. I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller. I'm also an honorably discharged Air Force veteran. Graduated from Penn State and started a career as a software engineer and leveraged that to build my businesses. If you guys have any questions on how to make money, you're going to find all your answers right here, so stay tuned.
All right, guys, so the difference between a one product and multi-product store and why you would choose either or. Now, we're going to focus on the one product store initially, and then we'll get into the multi-product store. But with the one product store, you know, you kind of want to have a niche in mind, okay? Like my homeboy, Matt Loberstein, you guys check him out on YouTube. He is focused right now on building wing risers or spoiler risers for the GT4, for the Cayman GT4. All right, so that's a very specific subgroup of people who love their cars, they're super passionate about it, and they're willing to spend the money. All right, so that's a one product, essentially one product dropshipping store. You guys are trying to do a one product dropshipping store with like some random AliExpress part, and that's not going to work more often than not, unless you find something that a lot of people want at a price point that solves their problem for very cheap. Okay, you can't necessarily build a one product drop shipping store off like a cell phone case unless it's something very specific. Like it's just very, very difficult. Like a cat cell phone case and it's like a one product store, it just doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? So you guys need to pick something kind of like Matt did and go from there and focus more on like a niche market or an enthusiast market where these people are willing to pay the extra money. With a one product dropshipping store, your marketing has to be on point. It can't falter. You can't fake it. You can't sit there and just be like, oh yeah, man, we're good. You know, I'm gonna throw these ads together. Like, because now you only have one product and you have to showcase what that product can do and why it's gonna help people and why the price point is right for them. Okay. It's all this stuff with these like 18-year-old kids talking about one product dropshipping stores. They're telling you a lot of the wrong shit. I have a 6-figure dropshipping store, all right, and we don't run any ads whatsoever, but it's because it's a brand in a particular niche that people are very, very passionate about. Okay, you can't just build that overnight, and the way that they're marketing that is kind of like building it overnight. It just doesn't work that way. All right, so unless you guys have a particular niche that you want to focus on and you know the market, you probably shouldn't build a one product dropshipping store, especially if you're just trying to sell, I don't know, tape. There we go. Like just tape. It doesn't work. Not unless you have something very specific, kind of like Gorilla Tape. You know, you have a brand behind it. See what I mean? All right, now let's go ahead. We're going to talk about multi-product dropshipping stores. Let's go. All right, guys, and here we are. Let's talk about these multi-product dropshipping stores. Now, the example I gave, my homeboy Matt Loberstein and his Porsche GT4 spoiler risers actually, not razors, improper English, sorry. Spoiler risers, all right? Raises the spoiler up a little bit off the deck. If you're getting into a multi-product store, you wouldn't necessarily focus on something that niche because that's very, very specific. They only made a handful of GT4 cars and those owners are super, super into their products. If you're going to do a general store, you could do something more along the lines of, I don't know, like just general Porsche Cayman products, not necessarily just GT4 products or a very specific GT4 product, but an overarching, you know, line. Intakes, and it doesn't have to be like your custom product or whatever. It could, you know, be other things like intakes, exhaust, maybe some dress-up stuff underneath the rear bonnet. You know, maybe you got something for the front, you know, like a separator or whatever. Who knows? You know, maybe wheels, brake pads, stuff like that. That would be like an all-purpose. I can't say all-purpose, but like a multi-product drop shipping store. Okay. As opposed to what you guys are trying to focus on with these like general stores. The general stores with Shopify don't really work as well anymore, okay? People are going to Walmart and Target and everything else if they're going to go get general items. If you guys are trying to create a more general store, it needs to be general but only within a certain niche, all right? like I said, came in parts, not necessarily the Cayman GT4 spoiler risers, but you know, came in parts as a whole. It's kind of like what we do with Speed Circuit. If you take a look at that, speedcircuit.net, you can see everything, and you can check us out, and you can see how we set everything up. You know, we primarily focus on the Evo 10 platform, the E36 M3s. You know, Porsche came in and out, you know, the 911 platform, but overall, those products are tailored for like a general group. Okay, it's not necessarily just here, these spoiler risers, done and done. Okay, that's what you guys need to kind of look at when you're determining between a one product and a multi-product dropshipping store, and where do you see fit. And we're going to talk about marketing and money made in this next segment, because it's kind of funky, okay? And a lot of you aren't going to understand it because you're not in it, but let's go ahead, let's talk about it, all right? Okay guys, now let's talk about the marketing and the profitability behind it, okay? Now, marketing is going to be completely separate depending on what type of, you know, store that you're going with, whether it's a one product or like a general niche store, okay? Not a general store, because we're not doing that shit anymore. General niche store, okay? Now, with a one product dropshipping store, you need to be so damn on point that there's no mistakes on who wants to buy this product. Okay, it has to be super targeted, which in turn means you're going to spend a good chunk of change in order to make that happen. Okay, you're going to spend a lot of money trying to whittle down to that specific audience. Now, the good part about that is that you already know the core audience, but you're going to have to trickle that down to who's going to purchase, right? Who's actually got money in the bank to purchase what you're trying to sell, and it needs to be at a certain price point. So you're going to have to really define that audience, as opposed to like a general niche store where you can attack this Porsche Cayman owner. So if you have a general store catered toward a general niche store catered towards Cayman owners, you can do intakes, exhaust, wheels, brakes, stuff like that. Whereas the GT4 risers are very specific. They're just for GT4 owners. Okay, GT4 owners only. All right, this is not going to be for, you know, just a regular Cayman with a GT4 spoiler, maybe for a GT4 spoiler, but typically it's going to be for Cayman GT4 owners. So you're going to have to pick those people who have a GT4 first and foremost, and then pick the people who are looking for that particular item. So you already know who your target market is for the most part, GT4 owners, but you need to figure out which GT4 owners want the spoiler risers. And obviously Matt Loberstein has figured that out. He's doing very well with his product. He already got that out, man. Like, dude already knows what the hell he's doing. Dude's on it. But the rest of you guys, like, if you were to try to get into something like that, you would be getting kicked in the teeth, because you wouldn't necessarily know. Like, you guys would have to start from scratch, all right? And it can be kind of a pain. And with the general niche store, it's kind of forgiving, where you can attack Cayman owners overall, not Cayman GT4 owners who want this specific thing for their GT4 wing to raise it up. You can just go Cayman owners who want this product, and you can run multiple ads for that. You can have ads tailored towards intakes and exhaust and suspension components and all these things. But when you have a one product dropshipping store, those ads need to be tailored to the people that actually need that one particular product, and it needs to be done in a manner where people, like, you hit their pain point and they know that you can solve that pain point. Okay, and let's talk about the money aspect. Now, with a one product dropshipping store, you lose the opportunity to make a lot of revenue if you're tailored down to a very specific subset of people, all right, kind of like the GT4 riser. Whereas with the general niche store, kind of like what we have with Speed Circuit, we're able to make more money and do no advertising and be less targeted, because we have certain things that people want within a certain demographic. There's multiple things, and we can just kind of push towards that in the forums and Facebook groups and stuff like that. Now we don't have to do as much just because people know who we are. But when we first started, that was kind of it. Now, if we were to focus more on our automated super sport module for the Evo 10, the Evo 10 MR specifically with the SST transmission, well, we can, you know, it could go for rally art guys as well who are flashed to get the super sport mode for their dual clutch transmissions. That is very specific. Same thing with the, you know, the GT4 risers. We'd be very focused on Evo 10 owners who have an MR or a special edition, or who converted over to the SST trans, who need that particular product. Like, it's kind of a pain, guys. So, like, could we make money doing it? Yes, we could, but I don't think we would make near as much as we are currently if we did that. So that's why we kind of focus on just having a general breadth of products for a lot of different people. Same thing what you guys are going to do if you try to go with the general needs store. You're not necessarily going to focus on just one product. You can focus on several, because there might, you know, come a time where certain products are doing better than others. And with the one product dropshipping store, if it's just like a seasonal product, you're kind of, you know, asked out when that season or that trend is over. So keep that in mind. If you guys haven't hit the like button by now, you definitely should. All right, so with that being said, guys, man, hopefully you check out the links below in the description. You know, follow me on social media if you guys need help and you want to talk more about, you know, one product dropshipping stores or niche stores, then we can do that. Oh wait, forgot. Let's teleport to the last location. All right, so this is about to negate everything that we talked about. You know, so if you guys haven't sat down and done product research, first and foremost, everything that we just talked about isn't going to work. Okay, so even if you're going to build a general niche store, you need to have a large enough target audience that it makes it work. All right, makes it worthwhile. If you don't have a large enough target audience, you can't run enough Facebook ads to people to generate any interest. Completely forgot about that from the first go around. All right, sorry guys, like should have told you that from the start. Also, with a niche store, okay, if you're going to be running just a one product niche store, if you're just going to be wanting to run a one product niche store, you need to make sure, 100% sure, that your price of goods is worth all the effort that you're putting in. Okay, so if you're building a one product, you know, drop shipping store and the product is only $7, chances are it's not going to be profitable whatsoever. So you're going to have to, you know, raise that price up to $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, maybe even more than that, if you're going to be focused on one product and one subsect of people. That's typically going to be more of a high-end type of product or service that you're offering. Okay, it's going to be premium. It's not necessarily just going to be some like little, you know, knobs for your tires or whatever, little valve stem caps. Just trust me on that. Okay, like that's going to be really, really important when you guys are determining if you want to do a one product dropshipping store versus a general niche store, you know, multi-product store. But first and foremost, you got to make sure that there's a target audience for it to begin with. And the easiest way to do that is to look in audience insights in your Facebook ads. So your ads manager, go to audience insights and track down all the things, whether they're male, female, between what ages and all this stuff, where do they live, how much money do they make, all of this. So that's going to be very, very important moving forward. Okay, that's what you need to focus on first and foremost before you even start trying to select products and everything else. All right, so hopefully this has been informative. If you haven't smashed the like button, do so now. Subscribe, check, you know, click the little notification bell and all this stuff. Check the links below. All right, I'm out. Let me see you guys in the next one. Peace.